Hey guys, what's up? It's Urban Libertarian here, back again. And I was on Drudge Report as usual, and I saw this headline that said Teflon Don, and I had to click it. And surprisingly, it's out of Politico. And it's just totally about how this whole Democratic media industrial complex has just failed to smear Trump. It's just not working. Teflon Don confounds Democrats. Democrats have attacked the president every which way, but polling and focus groups show none of it's working. So I'm just going to read some of this and give some commentary. Democrats tried attacking Donald Trump as unfit for the presidency. They've made, like Hillary was any better. I mean, come on. They've made the case that he's ineffective, pointing to his failure to sign a single major piece of legislation into law after 8 months in the job. They've argued that Trump is using the presidency to enrich himself and that the campaign was in cahoots with Russia. None of it is working. Yeah, because it's not fucking true. Of course it's not working. Fucking bullshit. Data from a range of focus groups and internal polls, like You Need It, in swing states paint a difficult picture for the Democratic Party heading into the 2018 midterms and 2020 presidential election. That's what I've been telling everybody. It's so funny. Everybody was so surprised by Trump's win. I wasn't surprised at all. At fucking all. It suggests that Democrats are naive if they believe Trump's historically low approval numbers mean a landslide is coming. The party is defending 10 Senate seats in the states that Trump won and needs to flip 24 House seats to take control of the chamber. Look, Trump's approval may be low, whether it's true or not. It's obviously because of the media taxes. The media didn't totally focus and lie and just smear and propagate this stupid groupthink that Trump's a Nazi. Then yeah, he probably would have a lot higher approval ratings. He would have a lot of approval ratings. Just watch, just wait, right? But the Congress has 90+% negative approval rating, disapproval. Let's look at that. He's got how about this? Trump has a higher public approval rating of Hillary Clinton and Congress. So good luck, Democrats. The research conducted by private firms for the Democratic campaign arms is rarely made public, but was described to Politico in interviews with a dozen top operatives who've been analyzing the results coming in. So basically what they're saying is that there's merits to what they're saying because they have people feeding this information. If that's the attitude that's driving the Democratic Party, we're going to drive right into the ocean, says Anson Kay, a strategist at media firm GMAB. Oh my God, yeah, you are. Worse news, the worry. Many of the ideas party leaders have latched onto in an attempt to appeal to their lost voters, free college tuition, raising the minimum wage to $15, even Medicare for all, test poorly among voters outside the base. The people in these polls and focus groups tend to see those proposals as empty promises at best. Let's go through it. Free college tuition. Nothing's free. Who's going to pay for that? And the article goes on to see people like me that are pissed off about that. Raising the minimum wage, right? Because we already paid for college. Now you're going to make me pay for somebody else's college. Fuck that. Raising the minimum wage to $15. Well, look, fast food, that's a huge thing here in Los Angeles and California. These fuckers dancing around. Oh, give me minimum wage $15. Great. You just got replaced by a robot. Now go fuck off. Or you just got replaced by an illegal because it's in California. Go fuck off. So that's a fail. Medicare for all. They're trying to do that in California. I don't know if they're still doing that. They did a research, right? This is the Democrats, the California fucking Democrats. They already did their own research into basically single payer, socialist healthcare. Just basically nobody really pays for quote unquote healthcare to go to the doctor. You just go because you're taxed up the fucking ass. Well, they found out that the whole proposal was more than the entire year's budget for everything. Right? That's like power, water, police, fucking government, everything. The entire budget, just to do that was more than the whole budget. And everybody qualifies, even illegals. Right? So, obviously, it's are you fucking serious? It's almost like I could read like this. Like, let's put this. Let's try this. Many of the ideas party leaders have latched onto in an attempt to appeal to their lost voters include giving free unicorns to everybody, making cards shit out purple nickels, like, oh, and free money for everybody. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They're all like ridiculous fairy tale. It's a fucking joke, is what it is. It's pretty ridiculous. I digress. So, voters are generally unimpressed by claims that Trump exaggerates or lies, and they don't see the ongoing Russia investigation adding up to much. Yeah, hello, Project Veritas. Like, we needed it. Exposing CNN and just the whole... By exposing CNN, you expose the whole media thing. Like, who was it? Was it Alex Jones or something? Somebody was saying this. It makes sense. You know, they, like, Hillary even admitted in their stupid... And that's another thing I want to talk about, but it's just going to be too long. I'll have to make another video. But Hillary was even saying, she admitted she didn't even have a concession speech. That's like, everybody writes a concession speech. That's the kind of person you want in power. Somebody who doesn't even talk about Trump being arrogant. I'm sure he had a concession speech written. Fucking Hillary did it. She just got all fucked up and drunk, and fucking probably they gave her Quaaludes and shit to chill out. They fished him out of an old vault. Somebody called somebody in New York, and fuck. She didn't even come out and say anything to anybody. She couldn't even just wing it. And no, you lost. Fuck you. Go home. She threw all Podesta out there. Holy shit. Stop, Democratic operatives urge voters, assuming that what they think is morally right is the best policies. A case in point is Trump's response to the violence in Charlottesville. The president's equivocation on neo-Nazis was not as much of a political problem as his opponents want to believe. Democratic operatives say, and shifting the debate to whether or not to remove Confederate monuments largely worked for him. So basically what Trump was saying was like, look, and the whole media fucking freaked out because the whole media, like, they love Antifa. Nobody, I was just looking at damn Time magazine, one of the worst propaganda publications out there. I was just looking at it, and it was it was like last week or within the month. They had a whole special on the cover and everything. It was Hate in America. It had like Nazi salute and an American flag. Pretty fucking disgusting. You know, and they found images of some random rednecks in the forest out in fucking Arkansas or whatever the fuck. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's just bullshit. You know it. Everybody knows it. That's what this article is essentially saying. Is everybody knows it's bullshit. Everybody was like, look, Trump's not supporting Nazis. Everybody knows that there's it's a free speech issue and a historical issue. There may be some good people there that are like, look, like, they're Democrats. They voted for Hillary or Bernie, but they're like, hey, you know what? Like, you can't just go and tear down fucking statues. Where does it end? Some people, somebody defaced a Lincoln statue, for fuck's sake. You know? It's stupid. He was just saying, hey, look, there was Antifa there. You had communists there. And why doesn't the media address it? And they don't. And he calls them out on it. And I love him for it. I love it. I can't believe there's a president doing it. It's amazing. And the establishment, they can't stand it. They cannot stand it. I've never heard a president talk like that. And everybody freaks out and go, oh my God, I've never heard a president talk like that. Their despise and hatred and loathing is the exact opposite for me. I love it. I love it because that's the shit that I've been dealing with my whole life, of a bunch of fucking talking heads. It doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, bunch of fuckheads just talking about, I'll give you all, Democrats, I'll give you free shit, and the Republicans, oh, Christian base, blah, 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 morals. It was all a bunch of bullshit on both sides. And then Trump comes in and was like, look, fuck all this shit. Like, people want fucking good jobs. People want a secure border. People want, like, lower taxes. They want real, old school, real America. And obviously the establishment hates that. And the Democrats have no answer to it. Many of the proposals Democrats are pushing fall flat in focus groups polling. The call for free college... The call for free college tuition fosters both resentment and ivory tower elitism and regret from people like me who have degrees but are now buried under debt. Actually, I've been pretty good about that. I'm almost paid off. But a lot of people, luckily, I don't know, whether their own greed, they didn't figure out that they had to, like, put some money away and they wanted a TV. I can't help you on that. But, some of us actually sacrificed and pay our fucking debts. Many voters see free as a lie. There's, of course, free. I hate that, you know. Well, I shouldn't get into it, but I've reported professionally in the news, and I had to report on free meals for children, and I changed it to subsidized meals. That was the wording I used. I said subsidized meals, and my editor said no, say free. So, I mean, it's just bullshit because that whole, it's illogical. Nothing is free. Okay, so it's free. Sure, it's free to the recipient, but it's not really free in the ultimate reality, so why the fuck are you calling it free? Many voters see free as a lie. Either they'll end up paying for tuition some other way, or worse, they'll be paying the tuition of someone else who'll be getting a degree for free. Exactly my point. So I could go on, and it talks about, look, if Democrats, it goes on, it just says, like, look, don't say free, say, hey, we're going to try to, like, lower tuition and stuff, and I don't know, you know, what I think it was Peter Schiff, who I don't completely agree with, but obviously he has some valid points. He was saying that one of the reasons that college tuition went up is because they kept giving away all this free money to go to college. So what do the colleges do? They raise the tuition. I know that the university I went to, holy shit, the prices went up huge since I've graduated. I mean, it's like 10 times. I don't know. It's stupid. So yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. The Democrats and, you know, look, the Republicans are fuckheads, right, too, right? Trump's getting in here, and they're scared. The problem is everybody's worried about themselves, and they're not worried for the country. And people talk to me, and look, Trump isn't perfect. I get it. He's funny looking, everything. The guy's not perfect, the Twitter, all that shit. Put that shit aside. He's a man. Okay? He's never done this. He's not even a politician. Right? So, I mean, give him some credit, you know, and I actually believe he does care about the country. Although, there's a lot of shit I could criticize him for. I'm not going to get into it. If you want me to make a video, let me know in the comments. I can. There's a lot of stuff that's not perfect. Like, I'll just, you know, for example, the Federal Reserve, it's still there. That shit needs to be audited and probably fucking out. You know, matter of fact, it should be out. It's illegitimate. It's ridiculous. But you know, he's doing what he can do. You know, and China, yeah, you know, when he said we should stop trade with people who interfere with or trade with North Korea, that's fucking China. Like, it never made any sense to me. Like the whole Korean War. Oh God, that's another thing. The Korean War never ended, right? And the best chance, I'll say this much, here's about the Korean War, and North Korea situation. The best chance that we had to do something about North Korea was in the 1980s, right before we really started pushing all the manufacturing into China, right before the Democrats got control, and Bill Clinton gave ICBM technologies to North Korea, and then signed over the concessions for the nuclear reactors, which they then later, you know, obviously put two and two together. It's just, wow. I'm sorry, the missile technology was sold to China, which went to North Korea. But yeah, like, why would you trade with your enemy and put all your manufacturing base in their zone? It's cheaper, yeah, but you're using communist slave labor. It's with fucking kids and pregnant women. It's fucked up. Like, I honestly, I know it would fuck up our production, but we should slowly wane off China production and move it somewhere else. Shit, at least India. India's China's big, that's their biggest, they're almost going to war with India. That's not even in the news. There's so much shit that's not in the news. China and India are almost going to war. Look that one up. Right? If we shipped from China to India, they speak English. They're less corrupt. I don't know. So yeah, that's the stuff I could go off on Trump. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.